I started running when I was 45. It's quite a few years ago. I ran for about 8 years, right up to marathon distance. Started to pick up some niggly injuries. Started to get a bit bored of running, to be honest. Around about that time, Moray Firth Triathlon Club was formed. And I saw an advert for a try through in Forest. This is in 2012. I thought I'll give that a go. I hadn't swam or cycled since my university days, so I got back in the pool, learned how to swim again, bought a cheap mountain bike, and took part in the Forest Try, which I loved. Hooked ever since. I went on to do, I think it's 38 triathlons I've done now, right up to my first full Iron distance this summer. Joined the committee. As soon as I joined the club, I joined the committee. It was a very young club in its infancy then. Straight into deep end as treasurer and held that role for about 8 years. Being a small club, really the committee got involved in everything. So from the finances through to the training, the coaching, the event organisation. So I get heavily involved in all sides of the running of the club. I've been there now for, I think it's 9 years. Well, obviously clubs and events don't run themselves. They rely heavily on volunteers, and always happy to help out. The enjoyment really comes from just helping to organise either a coaching session, a training session, or an event, and just watching people getting active, putting everything into it, and most importantly, enjoying it. It's very satisfying when a plan comes together.
Well, to be honest, I don't think the club would survive without Simon's input. As Simon's mentioned, he's a coach. He participates in the events. He organises our events. He plays an active role on the committee. And this last 2 years in particular, he took on the role of COVID officer. So, the club wouldn't have survived had it not been for his input across all these different aspects of the club. So, we, like everybody will testify, clubs rely on volunteers and the enthusiasm that they bring. And, Simon just epitomises that really in everything that he's done for the club. But he's not let it get in the way of his own personal achievements either. So this year in particular, he's participated in a lot of different triathlon events and been really successful, culminating in an amazing achievement to complete the Ironman distance. So, he's a volunteer, but he's also a keen competitor and a great role model for everybody in the club.